From IceWorks Skating Complex in Aston, Pennsylvania, we welcome you back to now Saturday evening hockey on the Delaware Hockey Network. And a pleasant good evening to everybody. My name's Jordan Hirsch, and I've got the call for this presentation of Philadelphia Little Flyers 14U hockey here on DHN as the 7-1-0 Little Flyers get set to host the 2-4-0 New Jersey Devils. Let's take a look at New Jersey. They picked up a 6-0 win in their most recent game, beating Union all the way back on November 23rd. They've been off now for the better part of 3 weeks. Ava DeMartирosyan a hat trick in that game as she scored the first 3 for New Jersey. As for Philadelphia, they're coming off of a 2-game monster sweep over the Nova Ice Dogs back last Saturday, winning both games 10-0. Lena Tiernan, 4 goals and an assist in Game 1. Honey White had a hat trick in Game 2. Philadelphia riding a 3-game winning streak in which they have outscored their opponents 22-0 as the first place team in this division looks to continue their fantastic play here in the later stages of this season. Can they pick up win number 8 on the year over New Jersey, or will the Devils pick up their 3rd victory of the season? Find out next, as we'll have puck drop for you between the Philadelphia Little Flyers and the New Jersey Devils here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Today's game brought to you by the law offices of Heather A. Long.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Back here from IceWorks Skating Complex in Aston, Pennsylvania, about set for puck drop here in this 14U game between the New Jersey Devils and the Philadelphia Little Flyers. Philadelphia red hot, winners of 3 straight, looking to match their season-long in consecutive wins with a victory tonight. They opened the season on a 4-game win streak. Their lone loss came just by 1 goal, a 5-4 loss against the New Jersey Colonials. Philadelphia, 5 of their 7 wins have been of the shutout variety. They're outscoring teams 51-9 this season. They've really just dominated their way through this 2025-2026 campaign. As for New Jersey, just a pair of victories for them on the season, both of them coming against Union, outscoring them 14-1 in those 2 wins. They've outscored their opponents, of course, 14-1 in their victories and have been outscored 18-4 in their 4 losses. Philadelphia got the better of New Jersey during their first 2 meetings of the season, winning 3-2 back on September 28th, and then a 9-0 blowout back on October 19th. Those were the first 2 games of the season for this Philadelphia squad. For New Jersey, starting in net, it will be Clarissa Wirtz. Through her first 6 games, 2-4, a .297 goals against average, and a save percentage at 86.6. As for Philadelphia, they go with Alana McLean, 3 shutouts this year, 3-1 record, 2.12 goals against, and an 83% save percentage. And off we go here from rink number 4 at IceWorks Skating Complex here in Aston. Kiernan for Philadelphia had it played off her stick. Joss Hay with a shot. And that is gobbled up easily by Wirtz. We'll say one player to watch out for, Jordan Long, on a 3-game goal streak. 4 goals on the season for Long, and also want to give her a shout out because she is the daughter of our presenting sponsor, Heather A. Long. Now a 2-on-1 the other way for New Jersey as Swan has a shot that gets deflected in on goal and covered up by McLean. For Philadelphia, they enter the day 10 points ahead of the 5-1 Colonials for first place in this division as that one squeaked through. And there was an open net to shoot out, but no New Jersey player was in the vicinity. Jordan Long racing the other way to get to it for Philadelphia. She gets cut off by Stella Moss, who plays it around for Elizabeth Swan. Puck out towards the blue line, kept in by Mia Saracini. And toppling to the ice that time was Swan as she backhands it out to center. Back the other way come the Little Flyers. Stella Strode skates it in. Looks to go wide that time on Chelsea Coyle. Got around her, got around Moss. Out the other side, Saracini at the point, banks it deep. And it can be taken that time by Stella Moss behind her own cage. Plays it up for Sydney Clark, and she banks it past Gabrielle Harper and down the ice. Jordan Long back to receive for the Little Flyers. It gets chipped out to Madeline Kirk, and she plays it in offsides. If you were with us for the first game today here from IceWorks Skating Complex, we'll let you know of some of the rule changes here in the 14U division. It is automatic offside, so no delayed offsides, as you saw right there. Also not allowed to ice the puck on penalties. This is a 5-a-side icing against New Jersey. And the period's just 1 minute shorter, 16-minute frames. Mentioned Philadelphia, 5 of their 7 wins have come via the shutout variety as that shot deflects up over the crossbar. Each of their last 4 wins, they have not allowed a goal in any of them. The tandem of Alana McLean, who gets to start in net today, and Natalia Henson have both been outstanding. McLean 3 shutouts, Henson with 2. This one squirts free. Here's Lena Tiernan in the slot, and she scores. And the Little Flyers waste no time getting on the board. Lena Tiernan, her 4th goal of the season, and it's 1-0 Philadelphia. Tiernan staying red hot, her 5th goal in her last 3 games. Flyers win the board battle. Tiernan open in the slot, and she just picks that top corner perfectly, beating Clarissa Wirtz and putting Philadelphia up early. This one's gloved down by Gabrielle Harper, walks into the circle, gets checked off. And back the other way come the Devils. And that puck gets deflected up into the Philadelphia bench off the stick of Elizabeth Swan. Well, if you're in New Jersey, probably would be very beneficial to get this goal back quickly, the way the Little Flyers have been humming offensively recently. Outscoring teams, of course, 22-0 in their last 3. The Devils ice the puck, and it will allow for a Philadelphia offensive zone face-off to the right of Clarissa Wirtz in net. For New Jersey, getting that 6-0 win over Union way back on November 23rd. Ava DeMar-DeRosian, the hat trick. Chelsea Coyle, Zoe Lauro, Frances Miller each scored a goal. Naomi Scotto, a pair of assists. DeMar-DeRosian also picked up an assist to go along with that hat trick as well. First goal comes from Lena Tiernan, her 4th of the season, now 10 points for Tiernan to lead the way for this Little Flyers group. Here's a shot that gets deflected and scooped out of there with the glove by Wirtz. Kept in at the line by Harper. She wrists one, and that's melted down by Wirtz in net. Both teams will get an opportunity to change players. As through the first 2 minutes and 54 seconds, Philadelphia controlling things early on here in Aston. Lily Neiman couldn't get that one deep, but then it's pumped up and down, and it will not run out of steam. That goes for an icing. And another offensive zone face-off upcoming for Philadelphia. So far, New Jersey, whenever they've gotten the puck on their stick, perhaps feeling a little bit rushed, and instead of electing to skate it out, opting for the full-length clear, and that's what's allowing the Little Flyers to get a lot of this offensive zone time. Here's Tiernan. That one skips up over the stick of Naomi Scotto of New Jersey and down the ice. Mia Saraceni plays it for Philadelphia in her own end. Out now to Adele Smith. That one hit with a high stick by Tiernan. And now sent down by Saraceni. She turns it over along the goal line. That puck can't be covered up. It nearly trickled its way through. It went up and over the blue paint, and now we've got a whistle and a cross-checking penalty spotted behind the play. And it's going to be Mia Saraceni heading to the box, and New Jersey will get the power play. Another one of those rule differences. Minute 32nd is the length of the power play here in the 14U division. So New Jersey looking to even this score, trailing 1-0. Florentino, a shot that gets blocked by the skate that time of Joss Hay. Hay comes away with the puck behind the net. That penalty against Saraceni, cross-checking at 3:43 here in the first period. On the little Flyers, ice the puck. Back when these two teams met October 19th, Alyssa Tong with a hat trick and an assist for Philadelphia. McKenna Wireman, she had 2 goals as well in that 9-0 win. Florentino sends it towards the slot, deflected into the corner by Kostrowski. Nina Kostrowski for New Jersey, as this one gets sent down the ice. And the Devils will be forced to regroup, but they couldn't play it past Joss Hay that time, who sends it horizontally across the ice. And now for New Jersey, Madeline Kirk looks to move the other way. Off the stick that time of Shannon Florentino. We've got a whistle. And the net came off its moorings on the other end. Philadelphia wins the neutral zone draw. Gabrielle Harper didn't get a lot on that backhand, goes for a turnover as the shot goes wide and the net again comes off. Alana McLean playing very deep in her cage, and whenever she's moving laterally, looks like her skate is catching either one of the posts, and that's what's knocking the net off. The officials are just making sure that the net is hammered down. They're going to have to do some construction over there. Looks like we're all situated and ready to drop the puck. 23 seconds remaining on the cross-checking minor to Mia Saraceni. This one comes free to the goal scorer, Lena Tiernan, and she'll race up ice with it. Tiernan banks it around her defender. Tiernan cuts in from the right wing, takes a shot. It gets deflected by Adele Smith and harmlessly trickles into the corner. Back the other way come the Devils as time expires on the penalty. Back to 5-a-side hockey here in Aston. 1-0 your score, 10:39 to go opening period. Chelsea Coyle, along with Asher Zoe Lauro, sends that one in wide of the cage. A scrum ensues, and it gets worked free to Adeline Childs. And now Gabrielle Harper takes over for Philadelphia. Nice job by Coyle to come up with the steal. Then Sydney Clark sends one in, a rolling shot, scooped up by the glove of Alana McLean. Shots on goal, 4 apiece through the first 5 minutes, 45 seconds here in this one. Kara Wagnon sends that one deep for New Jersey. Back to get it for Philadelphia was Victoria Shaw. And now Alyssa Tong back to Shaw. She'll backhand it. Taken away by Naomi Scotto behind the cage. Scotto was in a 1-on-3 situation. Loses the puck. Here comes Honey White up the left wing. Stella Strode chips it in deeper. And then it gets cleared down the ice, and icing will be waved off, as the official said. Joss Hay could have played that for the Little Flyers. That puck eludes Tong. Honey White there to scoop it up, but can't skate it out to center. Shaw circles back, hits Hay on the other side of the goal line. Hay having a little trouble with the puck along the dasher. Now Strode lifts the stick and chops it as deep as Madeline Kirk. Kirk plays it ahead. That one went off the stick of Frances Miller, and Philadelphia takes control. Kylie Wilcox 2-on-5 developing. Wilcox looking to stick handle through traffic and does. Waits for some reinforcements. Tried to center. It got deflected down. And New Jersey is able to move it the other way. Still 1-0 Philadelphia. 8:51 to go. Opening period here in southeastern Pennsylvania. Lena Tiernan with a lot of speed. Hits center ice. Here comes Tiernan across the line. Makes the move. Shoots one high and wide up over the glove of Wirtz as Tiernan was bidding for her second goal of the period. That one sent in on goal. Wirtz melts it down and forces the faceoff. Well, nice job by New Jersey ever since that goal was scored. Philadelphia controlling the pace of the first few minutes. They've done a nice job to even the playing surface ever since. That one cleared up and out off the stick of Elizabeth Swan. Good hustle that time by Florentino to force Harper to go back to get it and cancel the icing. Sent in deeper. Here's Nina Kostrowski, centers one in front, off the stick, and then another save made by McLean, and then one trickles just wide. That one gets deflected through the blue paint and goes to the corner. Excellent job by Alana McLean to keep her team in front. Devils look to advance up ice with it. The pass was fanned on by Kostrowski. Still made its way to Sydney Clark, who shovels it all the way down. Back to get it is Lily Neiman. She plays it around behind. Joss Hay wasn't ready for that puck, so she has to race over into the corner to get it. It comes free, and now it's Stella Strode for the women in white. Strode looking to skate it out all by herself. Gets met at the blue line. Puck kept in, and then gets chipped up into the Little Flyers bench. We'll get a look now at that last little foray for New Jersey. Good job that time by Kara Wagnon to keep it in. And then everything but the finish right here. What a save that was by Alana McLean, getting that pad out to stop the shot from in tight. Devils win the faceoff, but it still makes its way out to center. Racing for it was Honey White. She ends up deflecting it to her teammate Alyssa Tong, but then she goes off sides, as it was Strode beating her across the blue line. Myself, James Witherite, enjoying the music being played here in the booth. White sends it out through the blue. Devils can't clear the zone. That one rolls wide of the cage. Tiernan tries to center it to the high slot, and that one was taken away. Very nicely done by Dermar DeRozian. Joss Hay plays it past the blue line, sent back in, but in on the offsides, as Adele Smith was the one to chip it down into the Philadelphia area. Another face-off win for the Little Flyers. Kylie Wilcox, Jordan Long kind of ran into each other, got their signals crossed a little bit, but still Stella Strode carries on for Philadelphia. Here comes Strode, wheeling down the left side. Good job that time to knock her off the puck. That was Sydney Clark. And then it's chipped all the way down by Naomi Scotto. It was deflected, so no icing. Back to get it now, Victoria Shaw. That one hops underneath the stick of Strode. Played ahead by Clark, taken by Kostrowski and across the line. Nina Kostrowski with a shot that gets muffled to the corner by Harper. And then a little Devil hits the ice right in front of the net. And Philadelphia advances out with Kylie Wilcox. Bouncing puck. She'll sweep it in and go off on a change. 5:43 to go in the opening period. Philadelphia on top 1-0. Thanks to Lena Tiernan's fourth goal of the season. Neiman cross ice to Saracini, who chips it up and into her own penalty box, and that will result in a face-off. Another face-off win that time for Tiernan. And that one catches Neiman up high, the shot from Florentino, and that is why we wear helmets. Good pass there, right onto the tape of Tiernan. She accelerates through the neutral zone, knocked off the puck. Beautiful job that time by Kara Wagner. Puck still loose, though, in the slot. Wagner has it now for the New Jersey. They had a 3-on-2, but it's slowly developing, and Wagner will just backhand to the blue line. Adeline Childs the other way for Philadelphia. She's 1-on-5. She'll take the shot that gets blocked that time by Stella Moss. Moss along the wall. Honey White in there scrapping for it for Philadelphia, but she was 1-on-2. And it hops free to Ava DeMar-DeRosian. She's got it out to center. 4:35 to play first period. Still 1-0 your score. Chance at a 2-on-2 the other way. Honey White swings wide. Takes it behind the cage, all the way around. Hands off with Strode. She'll reverse it. Strode centers it. And that one was deflected down by Wagner, who's having herself a pretty nice defensive shift. Honey White would have had an open net had Wagner not got her stick on that. Kara Wagner clears it as far as Chelsea Coyle. Joss Hay sends it back in. Now Stella Strode knocks down Moss. But the puck comes free to New Jersey. Off the skate that time of Hay, and now the other way come the Devils. Laura with a drive from well outside the cage, and bit of a knuckle puck that time that was knocked down and covered up by Alana McLean. You see this one go off the skate of Hay, leading to the breakout for Zoe Laura, 1-on-2. And whistled one right into the glove of McLean for her 5th save of this one. Devils win the draw. Shot from the point goes just wide. And the net again is off its moorings, and we'll see if the officials have some more construction work to do. The officials tonight, by the way, Jason Beeman along with Rob Savastano. And it takes both of them as well as a Gatorade bottle to try to fix this mishap down in the Philadelphia cage. Shots 8-5 in favor of New Jersey. Goals 1-0 in favor of Philadelphia. And net issues 3-0 in favor of the net on the right side. Puck is dropped. Harper plays it ahead to Jordan Long, who sends it out to center. She was trying to connect that time with Wilcox, but instead it was the Del Smith who aerials it down back behind the cage. Harper uses the boards to find Jordan Long. Stretch pass just out of the reach of Wilcox and sent back the other way. Again, icing waved off as that one eluded Saraceni. She races back to get it. Screen provided by Harper. Now Long again on the left side. And Lena Tiernan is the one to send it to center. Right back the other way comes New Jersey. Nina Kostrowski. Excellent job by Gabrielle Harper cutting her off, and now she's going to skate it back. Harper looks to go inside, outside. And good defense that time by Sydney Clark, not letting her get past and down to around the goal line. Puck out to center where it's controlled by Stella Strode. Neiman finds Childs, who sends it in along the end wall. 2:33 to go as that puck goes off the very top of the glass. And then all the way down for another icing against the Devils. Stella Strode wins this draw for Philadelphia. Hay with a shot from the point. Clarissa Wirtz had to use the pad to steer that one away. That one's played in by DeMar DeRogie, and it was deflected, so no icing. Shannon Lincoln letting a couple of Devils players fly by before she clears it out to center. This one along the near wall. Florentino along with Childs joust for it, and it comes free to Philadelphia. Stella Strode fumbled the puck as she crossed the line. And it's whipped back down the ice by New Jersey. Hay across to her defense pair, and Lily Neiman, who gets the red line, sends it in, and both teams will get a change. 93 seconds and ticking in this opening period. Philadelphia with the early goal from, it was Lena Tiernan. That's so far been it for the scoring as they're holding this 1-0 advantage. Sydney Clark plays it in, taken back that time by Tiernan. Across now to Alyssa Tong. Tong into the offensive zone, takes it to the corner, and she was checked off the puck by Stella Moss. Good stick that time by Moss to come up with the clean poke check. Clark takes it in center. That one goes off the skate of a little flyer, then Clark will send it the rest of the way down. Shaw had that one come right back to her off the skate. Couldn't find it, though. Now it's Clark. Sent it across the slot, and Laura wasn't able to control. Chance for little flyers to escape danger. They cannot, at least for now. Harper now with a chance to get it out. She does. And she hits Lena Tiernan. In across the line with White. Tiernan to the slot. Try to play it for White, but it was behind her. Instead, backhands it out to Harper. Harper, wrist shot, deflected a couple of times, and it goes wide. 17 seconds to go in the first. Puck cleared out that time just barely by Zoe Lauro, and now Philadelphia maybe with time for one more rush. Their head coach telling them to move it. 7 seconds. Harper with a shot that gets blocked. Strode follows up. It ends up in the corner, and that will do it for the opening 16 minutes. Philadelphia 1, New Jersey 0. One period down, 2 to go. Back with the second period right after this on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Back with you here from Aston, IceWorks Skating Complex. 1-0. Philadelphia Little Flyers on top through the opening period. They have Lena Tiernan to thank for that, as her fourth goal of the season got this one started just a few minutes in. We'll get a look at it right here. Just past the 2-minute mark of that first period, Philadelphia wins the battle along the boards. Tiernan got open in the slot, and the rest was history. But since then, New Jersey has done a nice job settling down, getting their legs underneath them. And that's why the score holds at 1-0 as we begin the second period. Jordan Hirsch along with James Witherite here from Southeastern PA for game number 2 of the day on the Delaware Hockey Network. Philadelphia looking to tie their season high, going for their 4th consecutive wins. Philadelphia in those home whites, New Jersey in the sweet red and greens. Devils actually outshot the Flyers 8-6 in that opening period. Philadelphia with the better of the chances. Shannon Lincoln had a little too much mustard on that pass. It eludes Childs, ricochets down the ice. Childs races to keep the play alive, though. Throws on the brakes behind the net. Adeline Childs looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets sealed into the wall that time by Moss, who continues to play a stellar defensive game. Shuffled along the dasher by Shaw. Back behind the net. Philadelphia emerges with the puck, as that was Alyssa Tong playing it free. Lena Tiernan in the corner. Now May with a bouncing shot that ends up getting settled down by Wirtz, and she'll hang on to force the faceoff. Another look right here. As you saw Tiernan have some trouble with it. It made its way to Hay. And then save number 6 on the day for Wirtz. This one's cleared all the way down, and rinse and repeat. We'll get another faceoff. And it allows for some drama with the song as well. This time, Philadelphia wins the draw. That shot was blocked by Alyssa Tong. Some friendly fire that time. Now Saraceni could only play that one as deep as Nina Kostrowski. She sends it down the other way. And we'll get our third face-off in about 20 seconds. So the second period starting eerily similar to how the first one did. A lot of stoppages in play. It was a little bit choppy to begin. This draw won by New Jersey. They'll clear it all the way down again. And we'll get another icing. This is kind of what the Devils were doing at the beginning of the game. Instead of skating it out, they were just getting a little too rushed with it, and they were sending it down the ice, allowing for these icings. Really after the first few minutes, though, they were able to settle in, and they did a much better job possessing and controlling the puck. When you keep allowing for these icings, it allows Philadelphia to set up in their offensive zone. Tiernan a shot, and she scores. Lena Tiernan, her second of the game. It comes a minute 50 into period number 2, and the Little Flyers double their lead. It's 2-0. For Tiernan, it's her 5th. She takes the team lead in goals with this snipe right here, giving her team the 2-zip advantage. Passes Jordan Long, Gabrielle Harper, and Alyssa Tong, and now is tied with McKenna Wireman. DeMar DeRozan sends it in for New Jersey, as the Devils have done a relatively good job on defense in this game, but they might want to start thinking about getting their offensive game going. As back the other way, a shot from Long was stopped up high that time by Wirtz. Here's Joss Hay along the left wing, past Childs, lifted up to Naomi Scotto. As Lena Tiernan, her 5th of the season, 2nd of the game. Wilcox back to Strode, eyes the net, lost the puck. Kostrowski took it away for a moment, but Strode continues to possess. Around behind, centers it in front. Wilcox a shot, and that's blockered away behind the cage. Sent all the way out to the point. Joss Hay plays it in along the glass. Smith will reverse it up the glass this time, only as far as the blue line, and then it gets pushed out to center. Adeline Childs right back in for Philadelphia, being pestered by Florentino, who takes it away. And then with some help from Nina Kostrowski, the Devils get it out to center ice. Philadelphia, though, right back on the puck. 1-on-4, Stella Strode. Swings wide, gets checked into the boards, goes down. Everything's clean. New Jersey cannot clear. Victoria Shaw held the line. Whistles it back around. Stella Moss will reverse the puck, hoping this time for Elizabeth Swan, who instead plays it back to Kostrowski. She'll send it down for another icing. And perhaps the strategy, just continue to ice the puck, and it's not the NHL, so you can go off on the change after the icing. Perhaps just some tired legs out there, and New Jersey doing anything they can to get a fresh group out on the ice. This one comes free to Zoe Lauro. She goes between the legs of Tong and gets it to her teammate Chelsea Coyle. Honey White is able to wheel out with it, though, for Philadelphia. Right back in, it's played. And we've got a whistle on an offsides. Leads to a neutral zone draw between Coyle and Tiernan, won by Coyle. Tiernan, though, racing over for it. She's not really used to losing those face-offs in this game. She wins the puck back to Shaw, who sends a curveball in on net, and it's scooped up and handled easily by Wirtz. Well, Philadelphia has taken the lead in shots on goal back. They've gotten the first 5, or I should say the last 5, the first 4 of this period. They've got a 10-8 advantage in that department. Very evenly played first period. The second one, though, has belonged to Philadelphia. Jordan Long in the corner has it taken away. Coyle plays it up and now out, as Zoe Lauro did just enough and then played back in on the offsides. Little Flyers have done an excellent job in the face-off dot today. And the Jordan jinx does not prove fruitful right there, as Philadelphia once again wins another draw. That one skips past and all the way down the ice. They cancel the icing. Good hustle that time by Scotto. This one sent out in front. DeMar DeRozier, a swing and a miss. And skated back up the other way. Here comes Kylie Wilcox. Tries to dangle her way through Moss and can't. Wilcox instead just punches it down around. Adele Smith with a failed clear attempt. Adeline Childs gets pressured right up along the boards as a 2-on-2 scrum ensues. New Jersey is able to win that. Can't play it out, though, as it rolls through the top of the blue paint. Here's Tiernan. She's already got a pair. Plays it off, and now Adele Smith will regroup for New Jersey, but turns it over to Tiernan. Makes the move around behind. Tiernan way out the other side along the wall that time. Saraceni able to reach for it and collect. Here's a shot from Childs that gets blocked. And New Jersey is able to finally clear the zone. Naomi Scotto will send it in. The Devils will go off on a change. That's really all they've been able to do whenever they get the puck. Just send it the length of the ice and get fresh legs out there. And we've got a whistle and a penalty spotted. Spotted from the official that was back in the Philadelphia zone. And Shannon Florentino is the guilty party, and Philadelphia will get their first chance on the power play. Already leading 2-0, and now they go on to the Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the next minute and 30 at most. Little Flyers win the draw. White turns it over. Cleared down as the interference minor goes against Florentino, and the icing goes against New Jersey. One minute, 34 seconds shy of the midway point of this 14U game. Glad you could join us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Philadelphia leading. Good piece of checking that time by New Jersey. Honey White had no airspace around behind her cage. Devils skated up. That clear attempt hits White and then skips up over the glass and out of play. Another offensive zone draw won by Lena Tiernan, who's already got a pair of goals in this one. Skirts through that time to Shaw. Off to White. Shaw's got it back, quarterbacking this power play. Here's Hay with a sharp angle drive and a beautiful block that time by Madeline Kirk. She'll skate it up, get the red line, and send it in deep. That one hits that snow pile that's down there. It bounces around. Here's Nina Kostrowski shorthanded. Has it taken away by Tiernan. Tiernan had that one go off the stick of White. She collects in the corner, just leaves it off to nobody in particular, and Kostrowski will use the boards to send it all the way down, and that will be another icing against the Devils. Little Flyers with this 2-0 lead as they go for their 4th consecutive win. Working on their 4th consecutive shutout right now. Of course, a long way to go in this one. But now outscoring opponents 24-0 over the last 3.5 games. Wilcox walks it in on net, fires one off the pad of Clarissa Wirtz, and then sent down the ice as New Jersey gets to full strength right out of the box. Here's Zoe Laura with a shot, blockered down. Coyle follows up. It ends up in front. And it did not go. Sprawling across that time was Alana McLean, as she had to do the splits to keep that one out. You see the original shot here from Laura, then Coyle with the follow-up opportunity. And moving from her right to her left, having to kind of reverse course that time, was Alana McLean, as she picks up save number 9 on shot number 9. Best chance of the game for the Devils just occurred, but McLean said no dice, keeps them scoreless. Little dangle move that time by Wilcox, but then she gets knocked off the puck by Stella Moss, who continues to play defense at a high level in this one. Chipped ahead by Long, kept in by New Jersey. Here comes Stella Strode the other way. Strode in on goal with a breakaway, and she whistles one up high over the crossbar. Tried to go top shelf, and now a whistle. It looks like we're going to get a penalty. And Philadelphia will be shorthanded. Stella Strode, who just sent one up over the crossbar on the breakaway, now hits the sin bin. And with 7:25 to go in period number 2, the Devils to their 2nd power play of the night. Stella Strode for roughing as a shot right off the draw. And McLean had to be very alert to make that stop. Now skated up the other way by Joss Hay. She did not get the red line, sends it in. And that will go for an icing, a rare icing against Philadelphia in this one.
Okay, roughing. Okay, thank you.
15 seconds elapsed in the Stella Strode minor, as New Jersey looks to cut this deficit in half. Gabrielle Harper throws on the brakes, reverses course behind her cage. Tiernan tried to chip it out, and now Harper will do the honors herself. She'll skate it down in a one-on-one, turning on the jets, and gets forced wide by Moss. Who else? Stella Moss with another poke check. Kind of a telegraph pass that time, but it did make its way to the intended target. As that one gets chipped up, takes a weird hop off the glass, and ends up going in on net, so no icing. Reaching for it and controlling is Kostrowski, kept in just barely at the line by Smith, but then taken away and shoveled nearly out by Harper. Childs gets decked into the glass, and that's going to draw a whistle and a penalty, and Adeline Childs still down. Well, that'll do it for the New Jersey penalty, as we'll get 22 seconds of 4-on-4 action. Stella Moss, who's played a fantastic defensive game in this one, is going to go off for a penalty. And we'll see if there's anything more than just the minor penalty called. The officials in discussion. Childs getting up to her feet now, and she's going to skate off, which is good to see. It's among some of the harder hits that you will see in 14U division. She's going to stay on the bench, at least for now, which is a very good sign. And it appears the minor penalty is going to be all that comes of that. I know they're going to get a second one, as now into the box goes Elizabeth Swan. So Stella Moss goes for boarding at 9:43. And a misconduct as well. And so Philadelphia actually will go. Now they're going to have 4. They're going to play 4-on-4 for 22 seconds. And then the Little Flyers will get a Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Mia Saraceni sends one in. Didn't make its way through. And played out by Kostrowski. Just 10 seconds remaining on the Stella Strode minor. Tiernan tries to stick handle through traffic. Forced wide. 2 seconds and 1. Now a Delaware Sports Medicine power play for Philadelphia. Saraceni chips it in deep. Played by Sydney Clark. Along the dasher she goes. Held in by Honey White. To the left of the circle. Played back out. Lily Neiman makes the move. Chopped nearly out the center. Then shuffled down the ice by Kostrowski. 5:32 to play. Middle stanza. Here at rink 4 from IceWorks Skating Complex. Philadelphia on top 2-0 over New Jersey as they look for their 4th consecutive win and their 3rd in a row over the Devils this season. Saraceni uses the boards, plays it as far as Madeline Kirk, who sends it back to Jase as the teams kind of just play catch with each other in neutral ice. Here comes Hay. She's 1-on-3, goes wide. A chance to set up now for Philadelphia. Hay into the high slot, knocked down by Coyle, but not cleared. Kirk hits the brakes. Florentino pinches in for New Jersey. 2-on-2 puck battle ensues. It comes free to Madeline Kirk. She goes behind the net, And again, cannot clear as Josh Hay keeps it in. The power play expires, and we're back to 5-a-side. Strode out to Hay. She skates it basically right into Coyle, and it comes free to Philadelphia. Nobody really knows where it is. Kostrowski was the first to find it. Josh Hay was the second, and she sends it in deep again. Wheeled up by Kirk. Gabrielle Harper tried to keep it inside the blue line, but cannot. And now a chance the other way for the Devils. Florentino sends one that was going to go wide, but sticked away safely by McLean nonetheless. That pass was behind Kylie Wilcox, still taken on, and now a 2-on-1 develops. Long with Strode to Strode, and a stop made. It's still loose, and we've got a whistle as Clarissa Wirtz did a fantastic job to keep this at a 2-goal game. This is how you execute the 2-on-1. Long hitting Strode, tape-to-tape passing, but Clarissa Wirtz just too good in net that time as she keeps it out. Stella Strode was going for her 5th goal of the season. And we've got a penalty going against New Jersey. It's going to lead to another Little Flyers Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Sydney Clark for body checking at 12:08. And so the 2-on-1 stop comes at a cost. Saraceni at the point, plays it to a vacant corner. Back to get it is Wilcox. Plays it out the other side, and it's chipped up and out by the Devils. Racing to get it now, Naomi Scotto. And a good job by Jordan Long to hustle back and get the puck for Philadelphia. That one goes off the skate of Wilcox and in. No offsides. Wilcox fights for it in a 1-on-2, and she's going to be the first to the puck. Down to the goal line. Wilcox tried to center in front, taken away by Dermar DeRosian. Didn't have enough steam on it to get it past Gabrielle Harper, who sends one just wide after it hit off the glove of Wirtz. Stella Strode hits the deck. She takes the Devil down with her. And we've got a offsides. Or we got a hand pass, excuse me. .50 seconds gone on the power play. 40 seconds remain for Philadelphia. 3:01 to go, second period. The Little Flyers going for their 11th straight period, not allowing a goal. And this is going to be iced by Adele Smith. Face-off again, won by the Little Flyers. Half a minute remaining on the Delaware Sports Medicine power play. That one went right through the wickets of Tiernan. Smith plays it up past Tiernan. Kostrowski battles for New Jersey. She's outnumbered. Still trying to come away with the puck. Was able to get it free. It's played down low now, and having to be alert to make that stop, Clarissa Wirtz, as she kicks it to the corner. It remains in the zone. Cross-ice pass. Here's a shot that gets deflected down off the stick of Lincoln. Devils a chance to clear, and they're able to. And that'll do it for the power play. We're back to 5-a-side with 2:16 to go in the second. That one played right into the New Jersey bench, and that will lead to an offensive zone face-off for Philadelphia.
Out of my backpack, grab my iPad, and grab this cable. That'll be your music. Yes, sir.
Strode with Coyle in the face-off dot. It's won by Coyle. Honey White re-corrals for Philadelphia. Tries to skate in front. Instead opts to go back behind. Off to Strode now. Strode 1-on-2. Is able to skate away from trouble. Stella Strode to the top of the circle with Shaw. Here's Tong now. Whirls out to the high slot and goes 360 degrees all the way back around to where she started. Takes the puck away that time from Madeline Kirk. Shaw comes away. Now Strode, high slot shot deflected up over the cage. This one taken back by New Jersey in the corner. And again, it's been the theme. They'll ice the puck. 1:22 to play here in the second stanza in Aston. Tiernan could not win that draw for Philadelphia. Now here comes Naomi Scotto the other way. Makes the move. Scotto played off the puck, and then it ends up trickling in. It was kicked around, and it made its way into the net, and New Jersey has cut the deficit in half. It's 2-1 here late in period number 2, as the goal will go to Zoe Lauro. This time the Devils choose to skate it up instead of just ice the puck. Beautiful move here from Scotto, and then it bounced around. It looked like it hit off the skate of a little flyer. Zoe Lauro was the last to touch it for the Devils, and so it's good for her second goal of the season. And that's a big one to get to as this second period starts to wind down. You get it to within one. Kostrowski from the slot sent that one wide. Now if you're New Jersey, the goal is to keep it at a one-goal game. Tiernan looking to change that. In on goal, and another save made by Wirtz, denying Tiernan of the hat trick. Played up and out by the Devils. 30 seconds left in this second period. Kostrowski skates it in and shoots it up over the crossbar. Back the other way go the Little Flyers. Kylie Wilcox will win this race easily, canceling the icing with 16 seconds. Wilcox around behind, out in front. Childs back out on the ice. That's good to see. And now out in center, it's Victoria Shaw. 7 seconds. Perhaps time for one more rush for Philadelphia. Strode chips and chases, can't get to it. Held in by Shaw. We've got a whistle with 0.1 seconds. And you know what? They're just going to say, let's have that run off the clock, and we'll go to the third. Each team gets one in the second stanza. Third period of action coming up right after this on the Delaware Hockey Network.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area, and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Lena Tiernan has 2 for Philadelphia. Zoe Lauro has 1 for New Jersey, and as we hit the third period of play, we've got a 2-1 hockey game. We'll get a look at the most recent goal. Naomi Scott skated it in, and with a little bit of help from a lucky bounce, Zoe Lauro found the back of the net, cutting the Philadelphia lead in half. We've got a 1-goal game between the 7-1-0 Little Flyers and the 2-4-0 New Jersey Devils. Flyers looking to run their win streak to match a season high at 4 consecutive games. New Jersey looking for their first win of the season over a team not named the Union Thunder. Ice opens up for Stella Strode. Lots of room for her. Swings wide. Around behind and out the other side goes Strode. This one now fought for right at the blue line. Held in by Tong. She's 1-on-3. Looks to stick handle through that. Cannot. And the puck makes its way to the neutral zone. Strode jumps right back on it for the Little Flyers. And again, the ice opens up for her. But Philadelphia is calling for a line change. And so she just shuffles it in as deep as she could. Held in at the line now by Harper. To the high slot. Harper with a shot. Deflected down. And it missed the net. Honey White was the one with the deflection. New Jersey clears the zone. Honey White comes off. Jordan Long comes in. Here's Gabrielle Harper with a shot that gets deflected by Madeline Kirk. Harper at the point. Looks for a deflection. She got it, but not the one she wanted as it goes wide. Tiernan, a goal away from a hat trick, finds a wide open Jordan Long. Beautiful blocker save that time from Wirtz, keeping this at a 1-goal game. Clarissa Wirtz stands tall once again in net. That one was sent into the corner, but we've got a whistle and an offsides. Adele Smith played it in. She's not too happy, I think, with that call, but we'll get a neutral zone face-off nonetheless. False start that time from Florentino. It's hockey, so no 5-yard penalty. 2-on-2 the other way. A shot that gets deflected by Swan. She races over to pick it up in the corner. Now wheels out the other side with it. Swan still possesses, and a whistle. To stop play. And we've got a crease violation going against New Jersey. Another good job by Tiernan to win the draw. And through all that bouncing over in the corner, it results in another offsides. Tiernan against Kostrowski. They jostle, and Tiernan was able to just barely win it. Wilcox fights for it now in the New Jersey zone, knocked off the puck, and then it gets cleared all the way down for another New Jersey icing. .13:51 to go. Philadelphia on top 2-1. Lena Tiernan with goals number 4 and 5 on the season for her. Zoe Lauro found the back of the net for the second time this season. And that's how we got to this 2-1 score. That time the face-off win goes the way of Nina Kostrowski. Bouncing puck, couldn't settle down onto the stick of Florentino. Instead, Lily Neiman races back to get it for Philadelphia. Clears it up, but not out. Stella Moss a drive, deflected just wide. Florentino sends it through. And a whistle. Goalie is down. And the net became dislodged once again. The Devils oh so close to finding that game-tying goal. The goal, by the way, at the end of the second period for Zoe Lauro, the first goal allowed by Philadelphia in nearly 11 periods. They'd been pitching 3 consecutive shutouts before that. Honey White wins this race, collects behind the net. White hands it off to Victoria Shaw, who gets checked off the puck by Chelsea Coyle. It goes along the dasher as far as White. She keeps it in at the blue line, runs into a lot of trouble though, and then Lauro ushers it out to center. Hay, it gets deflected towards the middle, right onto the stick of Alyssa Tong. Looking to turn up ice, could not get the edge that time, and instead plays it all the way down, goes off on a change. Devils come away with the puck. Coyle, after the deflection, plays it off the boards, and then nearly swept out, held at the line by Hay, and it makes its way to center ice. Lauro, she's all by herself, and she'll just send it down where it can be set up by Alana McLean. Outlet pass hits Jordan Long. Long gets the red line and couldn't get it much further than that. Lena Tiernan splits the double and starts up. She's already got 2 goals. Tiernan swept it, and it was swept away by Madeline Kirk. Ever since that second goal, Tiernan continues to be frustrated as she looks for the hat trick. Tamar DeRozian has it knocked off the puck by the skate of Saraceni. Saraceni wins the race to the loose puck that time. Thrown up but not out. Still held in. Scotto plays it to a vacant area on the ice. Tamar DeRozian pinches in, kept it in the zone. Scotto with a shot deflected wide. That was going to go wide anyways, and the deflection made it a little scarier, and then sent all the way down for an icing against Philadelphia with 11:28 to go. A very evenly played game so far. Philadelphia with a slight advantage in shots, 18-14. They controlled most of that second period, but the goal by Zoe Lauro has shifted the ice surface a little bit. This one ends up right in front, and Swan gets denied by McLean. You can't ask for a much better bounce off of a face-off than that, but Alana McLean got down into the butterfly and denied Elizabeth Swan. Another face-off win for New Jersey. Wagner sends it in, hoping for Swan that time, but she was all tied up. Philadelphia a chance to move up. They cannot, at least for now. Neiman goes back to play it. Reverses course, played ahead. Lincoln gets it out to center ice. Punch right back in by the women in red. Puck in the corner, bounces to the high slot where it can be controlled by Philadelphia. And here comes Stella Strode. Turns on the afterburners, has a breakaway, makes the move, and got poke checked at the very last second by Clarissa Wirtz. Open cage, but could not get it through, and now it gets through. Gabrielle Harper fires from the blue line. The breakaway did not work, but the shot from well outside did, and Philadelphia has regained their 2-goal lead. It's 3-1. Strode denied at the last second, and Gabrielle Harper picks up her teammate. Let's see if this one gets deflected or not. Doesn't look like it. That should be Harper's goal. It'll be her 5th of the season. So now both her, Tiernan, and McKenna Wireman all with 5. Philadelphia on top 3-1 and looking for more. Harper at the line. She'll say, why not, and try it again. That one got deflected down by her own teammate in Shaw. Skated the other way, Madeline Kirk gets around Harper. Kirk hits the brakes, sweeps it through, only as far as Harper. And now here comes Philadelphia with an opportunity on a 3-on-2. Honey White had it skip off her stick. Recorrals along the boards. White, head up, skate to stick. Looking for an option, plays it back to Shaw. Pestered by Lauro, she walks it in deeper. And now sealed off by Adele Smith. She's 1-on-2. And it gets dug free by Tiernan, who's already got 2. And that shot gets deflected into the corner. Ample chances for Lena Tiernan to get her 3rd, but she's been denied to this point. 9:30 to go. Philadelphia on top by 2. Harper looks to speed up the other way. Hits Jordan Long. 2-on-2 develops. Long swings wide on Wagner. Takes it all the way around behind. Out the other side. And a whistle, and it looks like the net is off on the other side for the first time in this game. I think that time Wirtz maybe just bumped into it as the puck was skated around by Jordan Long. Draw one by Strode. Saraceni backhands it deep. Strode has it now to the right of the circle. Goes back out towards her own blue line with it. And it can be cleared up and out. Naomi Scotto was trying to turn on the Jets that time to get to the puck. Could not. And now Jordan Long looking to come up with an offensive zone steal. Puck is loose, taken back by New Jersey. If they hurry, they've got a 3-on-2. Philadelphia's getting back. Dermar DeRosian will just chip it deep and chase herself. Wilcox first to it for Philadelphia. Makes the move and now starts up. And now a chance at a 3-on-2 for the little Flyers. Wilcox in across the line. The 3-on-2 becomes a 1-on-1. Strode had it knocked off of her stick. Childs pinches in, can't collect. Moss plays it ahead. It was behind Scotto. It reaches the neutral zone, but only as far as Lily Neiman. Right back in come the Flyers. Here comes Adeline Childs with a shot and a blocker save made by Wirtz. Philadelphia takes it away. Childs flubs that shot as it goes towards the corner boards. Wheeled up, and now Joss Hay plays it in center for Philadelphia. Try to find Tiernan, who gets tripped up. Arms stay down. Shaw battles with it with Swan. Alyssa Tong 1-on-2, just trying to get it past the blue line. Cannot. Played back deep. Here's Philadelphia. Chance to clear, and Adeline Childs will do the honors. Good pass that time to Shannon Lincoln, but then an even better defensive play by Madeline Kirk. 7:22 to go. New Jersey down a pair of goals. Being outshot 21-15 in this one. Joss Hay has that one go off of a stick, land right at her feet. Instead, it's taken back by Sydney Clark. Clark with a rolling of a shot that gets easily pushed aside. Now it comes back out in front, and here comes Philadelphia. Honey White swings wide. She was 1-on-3. Now has white jerseys coming. Knocked off the puck, however. Devils look to move it back the other way. That one eludes Harper all the way down. It was deflected, no icing. Saraceni turns it over. Here's Sydney Clark with a shot. And that one's handled by Alana McLean, and she covers up. New Jersey again can't get it out. And a shot with some heat on it by Selena Lincoln. Here's Honey White. White across the line, looking for a teammate to give it off to, and has it taken away. Couldn't find anybody open and was forced to give it up. Here comes Stella Strode, circles back. Strode chips it in from the blue line, goes off on a change. 6:06 to go. Philadelphia leading 3-1. That one held in momentarily by Neiman. Chelsea Coyle forces it past her, and right back in comes Philadelphia. Wilcox, and that was Adele Smith looking to deliver the hit. She got the worst of it, and then it goes off sides at the New Jersey line. The official will drop the puck at center ice. This one was won by New Jersey, turned right back to Tiernan. Tiernan gets around one woman, centers it across, they score! Kylie Wilcox off the beautiful setup from Lena Tiernan puts Philadelphia on top 4-1 with 5:41 to play. And now Wilcox has 5 on the season. This one, though, set up by the beautiful skating of Tiernan, and then an even better assist. 2-on-1 executed to perfection. And now Philadelphia has some separation as they go for their 4th consecutive win and their 8th overall. They're up by 3, and they don't want to be done quite yet. Jordan Long down the right wing. Takes it all the way out in front. What a stop. Clarissa Wirtz with the skate. The legs just long enough for Wirtz to deny Long. There was an opening there. And an excellent job by Wirtz after letting the 4th goal go past just a moment ago to deny Jordan Long of what would have been her 5th. That one just rolled in, and McLean wanted to keep it in play and did just barely. Now a couple players get tied up at the side of the cage, and it comes free for a 2-on-2 for Philadelphia. Selena Lincoln gets knocked off the puck by Moss. Plays it ahead. Here's Elizabeth Swan. Backhand. And it skipped up over the stick that time of Shaw. Harper sweeps it ahead. It's Adeline Childs. Down the left wing goes Childs. Gets past Kirk. Around behind. Out the other side. Surveys her options. And it gets taken off the puck by Sydney Clark. And then a scrum ensues to the left of the New Jersey bench. It comes free. Philadelphia's got it. Strode keeps it in. Strode had it checked away momentarily. Here's Harper. She scored from there once and not twice. As seeing it all the way was Clarissa Wirtz. And she makes her 20th stop of the game. Face-off won by Tiernan. Kept in by Neiman. Here's Tiernan once more. She was 1-on-2. She had it taken away as a result. Neiman had that pass deflected. It makes its way to Mia Saraceni. And then taken back by Alyssa Tong. Saraceni can't get it out. Coyle holds the line. Now Honey White. Stick handles around her defender. And now let's turn on the Jets. White splits through the defense, takes the shot, and another save made by Wirtz. In the high slot, it's Tong. Back to Saraceni. She skates in, flips one that gets checked down, and rolls wide of the net. 3:06 to go. Philadelphia on top by 3. Tong hands off to Neiman. Gets around Smith and around Kirk, throws on the brakes. Chelsea Coyle right there to take it back for New Jersey. Played ahead to Smith. She'll use the glass. Can't quite get it out. And it never made its way past the blue line. And now a chance for Madeline Kirk to sweep it down the ice. That puck turned over. It gets caught up in the referee's skates. And then it's played the other way by Wilcox as Philadelphia perhaps now just looking to kill time. 2:20 to go. They're on top 4-1. Dermar DeRozian in across the line. 1-on-3. Knocked off the puck. It trickles to the corner. Hay hits Kylie Wilcox, who's 1-on-3. Wilcox had that shot deflected down by Moss. Uses the boards to find Kostrowski, who chips it up, but again, not out. Puck bouncing around. Kostrowski looked like that might have hit something on the New Jersey bench, but the officials say play on. Down to just 1:37 to go. Philadelphia looks like they're well on their way to their 8th win of the year as Tiernan again let fire from in close, but she could not pick up the hat trick right there. Kostrowski shovels it ahead, then pumped right back in to the goal line, and then it gets cleared all the way down. It doesn't have that much steam on it. Joss Hay forced to play it for Philadelphia. That one off the stick of Childs. Kara Wagner back to retrieve for New Jersey. She uses the glass, can't get it past Tiernan. She knows she's got two, gives it up to Lincoln with a shot. And that one stopped by Wirtz again. 23 saves now for Clarissa Wirtz. Moss could not clear. And now a chance at a 2-on-2 for New Jersey as they break the other way. But ice is slippery, and Elizabeth Swan hits the deck. Carried forward now by Stella Moss to the high slot. A shot. That's deflected. Moss retrieves in the corner, sends it through the blue. Nobody was home. Florentino plays that one right to Tiernan. She'll use the glass. It's a rolling puck. It's skittering down the ice. Honey White cancels the icing. And then a stop made by Wirtz. I don't think she was really ready for that, but she got her body on it. As the final 5 seconds are going to tick away. And Philadelphia has matched their season high with 4 consecutive wins. They score a pair of goals in this third period to pull away. Little Flyers 4, New Jersey Devils 1. We'll step aside and we'll be back with our 3 stars of the game right after this on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back to Aston. Final score, Little Flyers 4, New Jersey Devils 1. Take a look at our Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. Lena Tiernan gets the first star, 2 goals and an assist for her. Kylie Wilcox, a goal and an assist. She's the second star of this one, and Gabrielle Harper with a goal. She is awarded the 3rd star of the game as the Little Flyers have run their win streak to 4 consecutive games. And that'll just about do it for us here from the IceWorks Skating Complex. For my video engineer and cameraman James Witherite, my name's Jordan Hirsch, saying thank you for watching. Little Flyers get the 3-goal win. And today's broadcast was brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Long.